Contestants ready. 3, 2, go. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, one, go. Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's hear it for
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boy, that was some good.
Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boy, how about that? Let's hear.
Okay, guys. You probably don't know it because why would you? But I have been out of commission for a few days. Let me tell you. All right. So first, let's talk about the races. Then I'll talk about health concerns. The 50cc class here, man, racing in that bracket style that they're doing, I gotta say, I really like it. Because if you're not the fastest person there, well, I mean, before you only raced one time, and whoever's time, that's what wins. I did go to a race here recently where you raced 2 times, and it was the best time out of the 2 that you went. But for the most part, when you go to the race, you get your saw for that class, and you go up there, and you go meh, 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 and it's over. This right here, if you win your race, but the person that you're up against, then you go on to another race. I mean, it's really great, bracket style. So you eliminate this person, you move on to the next. If you can eliminate them, you move on to the next. And so I didn't get to move on with this race because I screwed the pooch. If you watch Smitty's channel, Smitty's Chainsaws or Smitty's Saws, Power Saw, Smitty, I don't know what your channel's name is, buddy. But if you watch Smitty's channel, you can hear they asked me afterwards, how'd that go, Bodie? And everything. And I was like, it was called screwing the pooch. And I totally did. My 550 XP was the faster saw. You could see it if you go back. And I mean, what happened was that was the very first race of the day for me. And they're like, okay, number whatever against number 4. And I was number 4. And they're like, Jody. And I was like, no. So Jody Hutton, I believe is his last name. He's a great guy, but he's really good. He's no different than going up against Kenny Freeman or Nate Blakesley, or hell, at this point, I got to give props and Ethan Trainer, so he's probably going to have a good run. There's like almost not a time where he doesn't have a decent run. And so then at that point, not only does my saw need to be faster than his saw, but it also needs to be fast enough to keep up with him, to catch him and beat him. Because that's the way it goes. I mean, I know that my reaction time is not going to be as fast as his. I know it's not, But anyway, so I get nervous and I'm up there. I'm at the block and I'm like, oh, God, dang it, I got to win this race or I don't get to move on. And so they say go. And I pick it up and I surprised myself. I had a good reaction time. I was right there, grabbed it and got it to the wood really quick, But I'm pushing it down. And I'll edit the video so you see what I'm talking about. Almost all the way through the cut, I realize, holy shit, this thing's bouncing off the rev limiter. You're not pushing hard enough, Bodie. You don't have to push hard, but you have to push. You have to, and you have to push a little bit. Typically, I think I've said that enough. People grab that saw and they think you really got to push, and so they over push on it, but and they bog it, But no, you have to push a little bit, and I realized that I'm going all the way through the cut. The whole first cut, you can hear it. I'm bouncing off the rev limiter because I'm nervous. I'm all in my head, right? But I still cut right there with him, and then on the upcut. On the upcut is where I'm like, okay, and it was cutting very good, and I beat him. So not only have I caught up to him, I've surpassed him with the upcut, And I'm all like, wow, this is great. This is great. I love darkness. And then I go for my third cut and I miss. And that one little miss right there, nope, not going to do it. And it had me, I was pushing real hard trying to catch him, and I stalled it right there at the end. So that was the way my 50cc run went, which, yeah, that saw, that 550 is good enough to, I'm the person, I'm what's losing the race, not the chainsaw most of the time. Yeah, there are some that are clearly better and faster, but not many. It usually comes down to the operator. And so that's how the 50cc went. Right. Congratulations to Smitty. Man, Smitty was having such a good day. I mean, his saws always run good, so I'm not saying anything there, but he had a good day. He made good, solid runs, and he was just doing well. And I just was smiling so big about that, because I was like, man, Smitty needs a good day. Good job, Smitty. Good job, buddy. And he did really well. And his little 50, his little 50 ran really well. And but like I think he said it, he's like, mostly luck got him there. And I wouldn't say it's luck. He had good, solid runs. But I guess there's a little bit of luck with, he went against somebody that he that wasn't as quick as him. And anyways, but I don't even know what I'm getting at with that. That's the way it always is. You go against somebody that you're quicker than, or you lose. So good job, Smitty. I'm just talking a bunch of bullshit, and I'm sorry. But Ethan, of course, did well. He always does well. And I think then, so it was, I don't know who the top 4 was, because I know Jody was up there. But Jody was running a Steel 261, and it had a Briscoe built sticker on it, but that's all I know about it. I know that he has been able to get those over 6 horsepower, and this one was probably right there with it, because it ran good. But Kenny Freeman and Robert Freeman, the 2 guys at the very end, those guys are brothers, and they both run really well, did a good job, and they're both running really good saws that were fast. So anyways, it all played out. Congratulations to the winners. And now, moving on, the thing that's been caused me to be out of commission. While I was at the event, you could have seen me just spread eagle on the lawn, trying to rest in between the rounds. After my second chainsaw run, like the 60cc class, or I'm sorry, the 4 cube class, all I wanted was to leave. I just wanted to leave. I wanted to get out of there. And I had told a handful of people earlier, I think I might be lactose intolerant. And that's because I was having some issues. And this like leading me into thinking that I'm lactose intolerant. Well, then that switched up to maybe I'm gluten intolerant. And then that switched up to maybe there's something wrong with my stomach lining. Long short of it is, for the past couple of weeks, I've been building up to this problem. All right. Something has not been right in my gut. And I know if you guys don't want to hear this, just check out. I get it. I get it. But like I said in one of my videos, a lot of my viewers are old, and you're going through the similar things as me, right? So our bodies are changing. We're getting older, and we can't do what we used to do anymore, and that sucks. And you go, Bodie, you're not that old. You're right, I'm not that old. But I've felt the change since I was 40, right? I'm 48 now. I'll be 49 in December. Right, and I have felt I am going through the gamut of changes, brothers. I mean, shit just happens, and you're like, I don't understand this, But what seems to maybe be the problem, I went to the doctor, right? And that was all but completely useless. Basically, she told me to get some Gas X. It's severe bloating, and I've never had that before. Even saying that makes me feel like a fucking queer. I'm like, which that's just a phrase. I don't care if you're a queer. All right. So, but anyways, it just made me feel so awful. And it just hurt. I mean, painful, fucking painful. Just, right? And is my appendix bursting? So I have become well versed with all that stuff now. So appendix starts right here and then moves right here, right? So it never moved. It's always been here. And just extreme bloating. And I would feel full, really full, eating just like an apple. I'm like, oh, I'm full, And so anyways, long story short, it seems like maybe I was just constipated. And what? I was shitting like a banshee. How is that possible? Well, you can shit around the shit, I guess. So anyways, last night was a crippling night. I mean, it was bad. Borderline. It was getting really close. I was really monitoring where the pain was, right? Because you got to remember, I already went to the doctor. About this. We talked things through and stuff. So it's not like I was irresponsible. I had a good grasp on what could be going wrong. And I knew that going to the emergency room would not yield any results for me. So I kept a track of where the pain was, and I knew if it moves down here, as soon as it does, get to the hospital, because that's an appendix, and then we need to cut it out before it bursts. So anyways, I had like a massive 7 or 8 flush mega shit. and boy, it was coming out in all different forms too. So don't think that it was one thing. It wasn't. But after that, I was like, oh, it's still there. And it's right there. And it just was never ending. And I went out and I was in my lazy boys because I don't want Irene to have me tossing and turning, rolling around. I don't want to keep her up. What's the point in that? So I'm in my lazy boy, and it was horribly painful all the way until I fell asleep, because I don't remember it ever subsiding. So I ended up falling asleep like this, and I woke up about 5 hours later like this. So it was one of those good deep sleeps. So after a moment of grogginess and everything, I realized the pain's gone. The pain's gone. And then I started feeling, I was like, the bloating's gone. The bloating is gone. I'm back to normal, pretty much. And so best I can figure is that there was a blockage, and finally that was removed. But it could have been something else. It could have been a gallstone, and the gallstone finally passed. I don't know. But the point is I have been just laying around ever since I got back at the chainsaw race. As soon as they was like, all right, there's the winner of the last race. And then I was going to stay for, an extra 10 or 15 minutes, let them dole out any money or something like that. Maybe talk with Smitty, do a little interview thing with him. I was thinking of things, but raindrops started falling. And I was like, nope, I'm gone. I'm out. All I wanted was to get home anyways. I was suffering really bad, guys. So sorry if you had any thoughts that maybe Bodie was pissed off or something. No, Bodie needed to fucking leave because Bodie was hurting. and anyways, but at the time I didn't really know that it wasn't hurting me so bad. I just was bloated and feeling awful, really. But yeah, I've gone and I got home as soon as I could. And another thing that I think added to the problem was I smoke on the road trips. Gonna have to stop doing that. Gonna have to stop doing that because it does erode your stomach lining. Smoking does. And so I've hurt my back like 3 weeks ago, doing a whole bunch of firewood. And so I've been taking a lot of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. And that right there erodes your stomach lining. Then I started on this road trip. I started smoking. That does it. And then all of a sudden it happened, right? And so I was like, oh, it's my stomach lining. It's my stomach lining. But anyways, it's kind of a mystery of what it was. Hopefully we're done. But the good news is I got on the scale this morning. I was 208.5. So that is 10 pounds down from where I started at 218.5. I was 218.5 when all this first started, like the whole, I'm going to try and get into better shape, lose a little bit of weight. So at this point right now, I have lost 10 pounds and 208.5, which, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm like, that's all right. You know, I'm feeling good about myself. Maybe I can get to 200 pounds. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, just constant, just slowly eating better. I'm more active up here in New York than I ever was in the South. The South is, the heat is just terrible. I mean, even the heat in Ohio, it was like 94, 95 degrees all day. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. A lot of you guys are like, I think, Brendan, you were like, is it really that much cooler up there? I'm like, yeah, it is. Anyways, I'm done. I am done with the heat. And I am going to go ahead and say it right here. I ain't going to another southern, another south of me, like maybe like an hour south of Pennsylvania. You know, I'm not going to any southern races in the summertime. No, I'm not doing it. No. But that's enough for this video, because I'm fixing to do this video and we're going to see what's in this here box and have some fun with it. I'm really excited about what's in this box.